This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas.
And I'm Erika Kristensen. Tonight on the Scorecard.
In the PBA, Ginebra fires off with a bang as Japeth Aguilar drops 30. Pilipinas Aguilas claim inaugural WMPBL title. In UAAP volleyball, the Tigresses lock in a Final Four spot as they sweep UP in straight sets. While in Major League Baseball, Ohtani is still searching for form as the Dodgers drop series to Cubs 7-6. Meanwhile, in the first round of the NBA playoffs, the Celtics grab a 2-0 lead over the Magic. While the Cavs outlast the Heat to take a 2-0 series lead heading into Miami. And we get to meet the Perpetual Lady Altas' team captain, Marian Andal. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 24th of April. Now, here's our roundup.
Japeth Aguilar came out swinging with 30 points to power Barangay Ginebra past Terra Firma. 101-80, kicking off their PBA Philippine Cup campaign with confidence at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Aguilar shot an efficient 12 of 15 from the floor, marking his 9th career 30-point performance. He also, of course, chipped in 7 boards and 4 blocks to seal a dominant win for the Gin Kings, just 25 days removed from their final loss to TNT. RJ Abarientos contributed 14 points and 7 assists, while Scotty Thompson stuffed the stat sheet with 11 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists. He also racked up a steal in the third quarter, hitting the 500 steal milestone in his career. The win sets the stage for Ginebra's highly anticipated showdown with San Miguel Beer, who hold a 2-1 record despite a heartbreaker loss to Magnolia in overtime. Ginebra played without Jamie Malonzo due to a knee issue, while Jeremiah Gray gave fans a scare with a third quarter injury, but later walked off looking okay. On the flip side of things, Terra Firma slipped to 1-3 after dropping their third straight game with Terrence Romeo out of action. CJ Katapusan scored 14 points, rookie Mark Nonoy added 12, and Luis Sangalang posted 12 points and 6 rebounds.
Pilipinas Aguilas made history capturing the first ever Women's Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Championship with a 54-45 win over the University of Santo Tomas at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium in Manila. After a slow start in Game 3, the Aguilas showed their grit, overcoming a 3-14 first quarter deficit with sturdy defense and timely offense to take control in the final quarter. With the game tied at 41 heading into the fourth, the Aguilas rallied with a 10-2 run, capped by a driving layup from Mar Prado, putting them up 51-43 with 4 minutes and 16 seconds left and securing the title. Alexis Pana took home finals MVP honors, averaging 16.3 points, 8 rebounds, 4.3 assists, and 3.6 steals over the series. She led the charge in the decisive game with 13 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 5 steals. Mar Prado contributed 16 points, 12 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 blocks, while Cheska Apag added 13 points, including 3 3-pointers, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 steals, delivering her best performance of the series. For UST, Kent Pastrana struggled with just 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Agatha Braun, Rachel Ambos, and Karil Sierba each added 8 points, while Oma Onyanwa pulled down 17 rebounds along with 6 points in the loss.
University of Santo Tomas punched its ticket to the Final Four, sweeping the University of the Philippines in straight sets, 25-20, 25-21, 25-18, as UAAP Season 87 women's volleyball action resumed at the Mall of Asia Arena. Peaking at just the right time, the Golden Tigresses picked up their 4th straight win, improving to 9-4 and officially eliminating the Fighting Maroons, who slipped sadly to 6-7. The dominant win didn't just boost UST's standing, it also secured Final Four berths for La Salle and Far Eastern University, who now avoid any potential tiebreaker headaches thanks to UP's slip. But the Tigresses are not quite done yet. They're now in prime position to fight for a twice-to-beat advantage with one big match left against defending champions NU Lady Bulldogs, who already locked in the top seed with an 11-2 record.
Moving on to Major League Baseball, Shohei Ohtani's slump continued as Los Angeles Dodgers suffered a 7-6 loss to the Chicago Cubs, completing a series sweep at Wrigley Field. With the Dodgers threatening in the sixth, Ohtani came to bat with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. But instead of delivering, he popped out on a high fastball, halting a potential rally. The reigning National League MVP has struggled at the plate in recent weeks, going just 1 for 10 since returning from the paternity list and batting .232 over his last 14 games. Despite his early single in the third that helped set up a 2-run hit by Teoscar Hernandez, Ohtani couldn't provide the offensive spark the Dodgers needed late in the game. Los Angeles finished their 5-game road trip through Texas and Chicago with a 2-3 record and now stand at 69 overall. The team's struggles haven't been limited to Ohtani, with Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts also hitting below expectations, while the bullpen surrendered 7 runs across 2 innings, including 4 given up by rookie Jack Dreyer. As the Dodgers return home, they'll be looking for more consistency and hoping their superstar leadoff man can soon snap out of his slump.
In the NBA playoffs, round 1, game 2 with Jason Tatum out just hours before tip-off, the Boston Celtics turned to Jaylen Brown and he delivered big time. Brown dropped 36 points on 12 of 19 shooting, grabbing 10 rebounds and adding 5 assists to lead the Celtics to a 109-100 win in a 2-0 series lead over the Orlando Magic. Tatum, watching from the bench in a golf shirt and wrist brace for his first ever playoff game off, saw his team step up without missing a beat. Things got testy when Celtics center Kristaps Porzingis took a vicious elbow to the head from Magic big man Goga Bitadze in the third quarter, leaving Porzingis with a bloody gash and a quick trip to the locker room. Porzingis returned with a bandaged forehead and hit his free throws after Bitadze was called for a flagrant 1. The Celtics center finished strong with 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, still fresh in fans' mind after injuring Tatum in Game 1, was greeted with boos at TD Garden and did not help his cause for the night of struggles, finishing with just 3 points on 1 of 9 shooting in sparking a mini confrontation with Al Horford in transition. The Magic center was whistled for his 3rd foul just before halftime, a crucial moment for the Magic, only down by 2. Carter returned to start the 3rd but was unable to make a significant impact, and the Celtics used the frame to push their lead into double digits.
Meanwhile, Cleveland got a full team effort to edge out the Miami Heat 121-112, with Darius Garland dropping 21 points and Evan Mobley adding 20 as the Cavaliers now head into Game 3 with a 2-0 series lead. The Cavs turned up the heat in the second quarter, firing off a dominant 24 run, thanks to back-to-back threes from Sam Merrill and Max Strus, blowing the game open at 53-34. Miami mounted a late surge, narrowing the gap to just 101-99 with under 5 minutes left, but that's when Donovan Mitchell took matters into his own hands. And here are the current playoff rankings.
Now here's your daily dose of sports lingo. What are giants in gymnastic bars? Giants are a fundamental skill in bars both for men and women. The gymnast performs a full circle around the bar while in a handstand position with straight arms and legs and continues in full 360-degree circle, usually moving with powerful momentum and control. Giants are often linked to other skills like release moves or dismounts, and they showcase the gymnast's swing technique, body control, and stamina. Giants may sound fierce, and they actually are, but here in gymnastics, they're a swinging spectacle of strength and grace.
The PBA All-Star 2025 weekend is looking at a possible cancellation, with Commissioner Willie Marshall sharing that the league is having a tough time locking in a new venue. Originally scheduled for May 2 to 4 in Davao, the event was postponed due to security concerns. In a media briefing on April 23, Marshall revealed that negotiations with potential host provinces have stalled mainly due to scheduling issues.
Yung kausap nating probinsya, hindi pwede sila doon sa mga dates na yon. Pag umabot tayo ng mga July, magpa-finals na eh. So, most probably, mawala ang All-Star.
If the cancellation pushes through, this will be the first time since the pandemic that the PBA will not hold an All-Star game. Still, Marshall assured that players won't miss on the grass fund or their grass fund.
And that's our roundup for tonight, the 24th of April. Up next, get to meet the Perpetual Lady Altas team captain, Marian Andal, when we return right here on
The Scorecard.
Welcome back to The Scorecard. She is one of the NCAA's best liberos today, and as team captain, she is determined to steer the Perpetual Lady Altas to victory and finally capture the elusive volleyball title. Here's Marian Tracy Andal with Anton Rojas.
Hello everybody, we are here inside the gym of the University of Perpetual Health System, Dalta in Las Piñas for this very special episode on The Scorecard. Kasama natin ngayon ang team captain ng Perpetual Lady Altas, isa sa mga contenders ng NCAA Season 100, Marian Tracy Andal. Marian, maraming salamat sa oras at sa pag-welcome sa akin dito sa Perpetual.
Welcome po kay
Kamusta naman? Contender kayo this year. Alam ko last year naging mahirap yung tournament nyo. Hindi kayo umabot sa Final Four kahit malakas yung lineup nyo. Meron kayong former MVP, Mary Rose Dapol. Ngayon, wala na si Daps. Pero isa kayo sa mga contenders. Kamusta naman?
Ginawa po namin motivation yung season 99 na although hindi kinapos po kami kahit sobrang konti lang. Pero ngayong season po namin, sinisigurado namin na hindi kami kakapusin, gagawin namin ng lahat para ibawi namin yung last season na nangyari.
So yun pala yung motivation, no?
Yes,
Yung
po.
shortcomings from last year. Okay, bago natin pag-usapan yung season 100, we want to get to know you a little bit. Paano ba nagsimula yung journey ng isang Marian Andal?
So, taga Imus, Cavite.
Imus Cavite, okay.
Yung ate ko po, elementary. Parang family day po nila. Kulang po yung players nila. Parang siguro mga 7 or 8 years old pa lang ako. Inaya po ako, sali ka na, kakulay mo yung team na yon. Sumali po, wala akong kaalam-alam. Tapos hanggang sa nahilig po ako, araw-araw, naglalaro ako ng volleyball. Nung elementary po ako, spiker pa ako kasi maalam lang po sa volleyball. Wala pang sa elementary po kasi wala pang libero-libero.
Yes.
Ikot-ikot lang kayo, rotation lang. Hanggang nung nag-high school po ako, na-convert na po ako ng libero hanggang na-focus na po ako doon.
Okay, high school. Saan ka unang naging player sa organized volleyball?
Bali nung grade 7 po ako sa Christian Value School.
Okay.
Then, spiker pa po ako noon. Nakakalaban ko pa po yung Perpetual Molino sa district meet namin.
Okay.
Then, next year, grade 8 po, lumipat na ako sa Perpetual Molino. Doon po ako naging libero ng tuloy-tuloy kay Coach Turing po.
So, from kalaban, naging kakampi,
Opo.
kasama na sa
Opo.
Perpetual Molino. Okay, so from Perpetual Molino, paano ka napunta sa Perpetual Main?
Yung
Las Piñas?
coach po namin doon, si Coach Turing po, alumni po siya dito.
Okay.
Parang under siya ni Coach Sammy na sinabihan po siguro na may mga players ka ba dyan sa Perpetual Molino, dalhin mo dito sa Perpetual Las Piñas. Then, dinala po kami dito, nag-try. Tapos, yun po, nagustuhan po, kinuha. Ang coach pa po nun sa women, si Coach Maki Carino. Pagpasok ko po, first year, nag-pandemic. Yun po yung first year ko dun. Online training lang po, lagi kay Coach Maki.
At Marian, alam ko, during the pandemic, meron ka ring pinagdaan ng injury. Ano ba ang nangyari at paano ka kumbaga, paano mo pinatatag yung sarili mo na ma-overcome yon at makabalik sa paglalaro?
Nung Nung 2019 po na ACL ako, before mag-college. Last year ko po sa high school noon, di na-injury po ako, pinaoperahan po ako di sa Perpetual Hospital. Feeling, wala na akong naiisip na tama noon. Feeling ko katapusan ko na kasi sa college, ibang level na po, tas na-injured pa ako, libero pa ako, more on takbo-takbo, more on legs talaga. Etong Perpetual po, hindi sila sumuko. Kinuha pa din po ako kahit na although na galing ako injury. Di inisip ko na lang po, ay may team pa na, may school pa na nagtitiwala sa akin yung pinanggalingan ko nung high school. Sige, hindi ko susukuan. Naniniwala pa sa akin yung parents ko, yung family ko. Sige, hindi ko susukuan tong pangarap ko.
Wow. And then, naalala ko, first season mo, season 98.
98.
At malakas yung team nyo nung year na yun.
Opo.
Nag-MVP si Mary Rose Dapol, si Shai Umipon, nag-Rookie of the Year, ikaw naman.
Best libero.
As a rookie, best libero.
Opo.
So, grabe, from injury to best libero, paano nangyari yun?
Bali nung season 97 ko, first year ko talaga, first time na nagka-NCAA after nung pandemic. Hindi po ako niline up ni coach, hindi ako na-line up, hindi ako napasok kasi ang hirap kasi galing po ako injury, parang zero talaga. Muntikan na ako umuwi, pinapauwi na po ako ni coach noon. Sabi niya, gusto na ako sunduin ng parents ko. Sabi,
Wow, seryoso?
ako pinapauwi niya na ako, hindi mo na ba kaya, umalis ka na dito. Then, yung ako po, iyak na iyak, sige, sunduin niyo na ako kasi yung may mga naniniwala po, nawagan dyan ka na, madaming may gusto dyan sa pwesto mo, tiyagain mo lang. Then, next year po yun, nagpursige po ako, gusto kong pakita na ako hindi niline up nung 97, may pangalan ako. Hanggang sa nagtiwala yung mga kasama ko, sila coach, nagtiwala ko sa sarili ko. Hindi ko naman po yung na-expect yung award na yon. Talagang naglaro lang din ako. Gusto ko lang din patunayan na ginusto ko to. Gusto ko makabawi sa sarili ko. Yun, nagka-award po ako.
Grabe. Wait, yung coach, si Coach Sandy yun?
Coach Sandy po.
Wow. Tapos ngayon, siya yung nagtiwala sa'yo na maging captain ng Perpetual League
Madami po
Altas.
kami pinagdaanan ni Coach Sandy, away. Lalo nung first year ko po, nakapauwi na po talaga ako niya. Pero okay, dito ako. Hindi kita papakinggan. Struggle pa. Bahala ka dyan.
Okay. Ang ganda. Grabe kumbaga, yung redirection ng buhay mo. Sobrang ganda. Paano niya sinabi sa'yo na, Marian, ikaw ang magiging captain ng Perpetual?
Parang kasi nakikita niya yung, kasi ako masalita. Mahilig mag-inspire, mag-motivate, itama yung mga mali. Nakikita po siguro ni Coach yun na maging advantage ko, maging leader. Kasi alam niyang kaya kong ma-motivate, ma-lead yung mga kasama ko sa loob. Kasi sa dami ko nga nang pinagdaanan sa kanya, alam niya kung paano ko siguro i-handle din yung mga sitwasyon na pagdadaanan pa ng mga teammates ko.
Kung hindi volleyball, ano sa tingin mo yung magiging trabaho mo?
Siguro po IT, katulad po ng ate ko.
IT.
Opo.
Yung ate mo na nag-invite sa'yo maglaro ng volleyball. Marian, last year mo na ba dito sa
Opo.
Perpetual?
Last year ko na po.
So, importante yan na syempre yung inspiration mo, yung family mo, yung teammates mo, yung school na tumanggap at tumulong sa'yo. Maganda ang pinapakita nyo sa ngayon. So, feeling mo ba na this year, may chance talaga kayo na mag-champion with this lineup?
Yes po. Parang yung game namin before the day na yon, parang naiisip ko lagi gabi-gabi na, sa toss coin pa lang naisip ko na sino mananalo, naisip ko ako or siya. Tapos pipiliin ko na yung mga bagay na service or court. Tapos nararamdaman ko din yung mananalo kami ngayong araw na to. Parang yung na-predict ko na po. Pero ngayon nga po, na-predict ko na magcha-champion ko, mag-iiyakan po.
Wow.
Nandun na ako pero ang goal po muna, syempre, Final Four.
Yes. Marian, ito yung pinaka-competitive na women's volleyball sa NCAA. First time na double round. 4 kayong tabla after the first round, 7-2. You have Benil, the defending champions. You have Letran, you have Mapua, and then of course, Perpetual. Para sa'yo, sino ba yung biggest threat? Or kanino ka pinaka na-motivate sa mga team sa NCAA?
Binil po.
Binil pa
din.
rin.
Kasi every year contender sila eh. Parang strike pa namin talaga silang talo. Gusto namin silang katapat. Kahit na sabayan namin, hindi naman sa talunin.
Marian, marami ka ng na-receive na salo ng mga malalakas na spikers. Para sa'yo, kanino ka pinaka nagulat na, uy, ang lakas nun?
Sa ibang team po ba?
Yeah. Or kahit dito, kung meron.
Pinakamalakas pumalo si Winnie Bedanya po.
Bedanya, okay.
Sobrang lakas niya po.
Oh.
Sobrang lakas.
Sa iba naman?
Sa iba, Aliana Ong, ng Mapuwang.
Okay. Si Winnie Bedanya, balikan lang natin. Para sa'yo, bakit siya nag-improve?
Siguro
sobrang taas ng improvement niya this season 100.
Siguro ang motivation niya din po kasi is last year niya, no?
Yes.
Gusto niya din ibigay siguro po yung lahat ng pinaghirapan niya all throughout the years na training, araw-araw. Gusto niya pakita sa last season niya na to.
Okay. At hindi lang sports ang pinagkakaabalahan nyo. Kayo ni Winnie, thesis mates kayo, kasama pa yung ibang Perpetual players. Pero para sa'yo, ano yung pinaka-importanting bagay na natutunan mo sa pagiging isang volleyball player at student athlete?
Yung time management din po talaga. Tsaka tiwala sa sarili na kaya mo. Kaya mong mag-aral habang sinasabay itong matinding training at pressure sa games. Kailangan mo talaga ng tiwala sa sarili mo na kakayanin mo yung mga bagay na ganun na hindi mo akalain kaya mo pero kaya mo.
Marian, marami kang pinagdaanan sa buhay mo, mga relationship issues with player and coach, mga injuries, pero nandito ka ngayon as the leader of the Perpetual Lady Altas at pag-graduate na rin. Congratulations
Thank you po.
and all the best sa volleyball career.
Thank you po.
Magkikita pa tayo sa second round ng NCAA. We have Marian Andal, the team captain of the Perpetual Lady Altas. Up next, we're digging into the other Eastern Conference chaos, who's taking control and who's sinking fast in round one. So you can keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. So, I was thinking about this the other night after Cade Cunningham cooked the Knicks like it was the 2004 Eastern Finals all over again. Is it possible that the Pistons are back? Yeah, I know. We're only 2 games in, and this is still a first-round series, but hear me out. After 17 years without a playoff win and an NBA record, 15 straight postseason losses, the Pistons not only took down the Knicks in Game 2, they did it with real swagger, real edge, this team might have something vibes. Now the series is tied 1-1 heading into Game 3 in Detroit. And here's the thing, this is no longer a one-sided matchup. New York came into the series with a better record, the higher seed, the All-Star in Jalen Brunson, the supporting cast that was supposedly built for April, and yet they find themselves in a dogfight. Detroit is not the same team that lost 28 straight games last season. They flipped their entire vibe. Cade Cunningham is finally healthy, finally unleashed, and you can tell he's not just here to get playoff experience. He's here to win playoff games. Dude put up 33 points and 12 boards in Game 2. That's a franchise cornerstone performance. Now, Erika will talk about the Knicks and Dennis Schroeder.
Exactly, Anton. Now let's talk about Dennis Schroeder for a second here. My fellow European, you want to talk about a guy who shows up in big moments? A mid-season trade, Golden State, and boom, he hits the dagger 3 with 55 seconds left to seal the win. Classic veteran playoff guy does a thing moment, right? Every good playoff team needs one of those, and we can't overlook how much this meant to the whole city. I mean, when Cade said it's something the city's been waiting on for a long time, you could actually feel that to the bone. Game 3 is gonna be so loud, and that crowd is gonna be rocking. Now, let's look at the Knicks here. They won Game 1 by blitzing the Pistons in the fourth, a 21-0 run that looked like a heavyweight delivering the knockout. But Game 2, they took the punch right back. And sure, Brunson got his 37 points in here. He's the constant, but the supporting cast, Karl Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby, combined for just 20 points after dropping 46 in Game 1. That's got to change, especially with no injuries listed for the Knicks. This is their full squad we're talking about here. And if they want to avoid going down 2-1, they've got to find answers on defense. They let Cade live in the paint. They fouled, they played reactive basketball. That's not a Thibs coach team. That's not how you survive in the East.
And here's the wild part. Detroit didn't even play perfect basketball. They shot 45.3% from the field, got out-rebounded, and they let New York hang around late. But they made winning plays, and those matter in a close series. So what do we have heading into game number 3? A legit 1-1 battle. The Knicks trying to prove that game 1 was no fluke and that they're still the favorite, whatever that means. And Detroit trying to prove that this is more than just a feel-good moment, that this is a movement. And if Cade keeps playing like this, if the Pistons keep believing like this, don't be surprised if Detroit becomes the story of the East. Now stay ahead of the game as the battle for the playoffs heats up with high-stakes games. And here's your odds breakdown for tomorrow's matchups. And that wraps up tonight's preview, so you can keep your eyes on the prize.
From a 7-time F1 champion who holds the record for most wins, poles, and podiums. Sir Lewis Hamilton once said, "You are never going to get anywhere if you don't try." And with that said, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Once again, we'll see you again tomorrow on the Scorecard, where sports is our business.
And business is our sport right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This is Anton Roxas.
And this is Erika, Kristensen, Lee. Have a good evening, guys.
Good night.